So after 5 attempts in NEET, I am finally here. I want to take you through my journey, how it started, where it broke down, and why actually I kept pushing through. I hope that by sharing this, I can connect with anyone who feel lost or discouraged in their preparation or in life in general. Though technically it's 3 attempts, not 5, but you will get to know later in the videos. So hello to all 227 subscribers who watched me 4 years back, and to all new viewers, welcome to my channel. This is not a motivational video nor a sob story. This is heart-to-heart conversation of me making decision which affected me. In what way? You will find out. It all started back in 2018. I planned to prepare for NEET in April 2018, right after my 10th board exam. I had planned to go to Kota for NEET preparation since class 8th. So I decided to go there and even join the hostel and coaching. However, unluckily, after few days, I got so homesick that I returned back. And this was the first major setback in my life. After coming back, I had no idea what to do. क्यों? बचपन से ये सोचा था 11th 12th में कोटा जाएंगे, प्रिपरेशन करेंगे, सेलेक्ट हो जाएंगे, अच्छे से पढ़ेंगे, सेलेक्ट हो जाएंगे, I'll come back. But destiny had some other plan for me. After coming back, I had some discussion with my parents and decided that I'll go to Lucknow and enroll in a CBSE school. Lucknow is a little far from my home, but it is not as far as Kota. So I thought I'll be able to overcome my fear of being away from home. Sadly, during class 11th and 12th, I made 4 big mistakes that messed up my 2 years of study completely. First, coming back from Kota was a major setback for me, and after that, because that was my plan, so when my plan shattered, I started taking decision from anyone random. Second mistake which I did was I didn't do any coaching in Kanpur or in Lucknow for NEET. And third, I took a poor advice from a senior and opted for an online coaching instead of offline. Remember, this is 2019 where materials were not present online or not known to many. Class 11th was very hard for me. Not because I didn't study well, because I didn't take coaching for physics, neither chemistry nor biology. With no coaching, I was not able to understand the concept and my confidence came down. I started thinking I'm just a mediocre student who was once a bright kid but not anymore. I felt I ruined my class 11th and I struggled to stay consistent with online videos. Fortunately, I managed to understand the concept of class 11th physics from a teacher called Pradeep Kshatripal sir. But apart from that, I didn't study NEET level physics. Neither chemistry concepts were clear and biology was just up to the board level. In class 12th, I took an offline coaching for chemistry and did my physics online. Another mistake. 12th went better comparatively. I managed to get 93.6% after learning everything up to the board level. And after my board exam, COVID came. It was like end of March 2020. Then I gave NEET 2020 after revising class 12th bio and managed to score 209 marks, I guess, with just 1 day of study. Due to lockdown, I started online classes from LN to prepare for NEET 2021. I studied for a few months, gave some mock tests, scored 430 approx. During COVID pandemic, I faced some medical challenges that forced me to visit multiple doctors. And every visit costed me few days of backlogs, which kept growing. And as the backlog increased, I fell into a deep circle of overthinking, sort of depression, because I have already wasted my class 11th and 12th only to find out that NEET 2020 paper was very easy. I stopped studying for a few weeks because as much hard I try, backlog kept growing. And then just when I thought I could bounce back, my right hand thumb just 4 months before 2021, and then I completely stopped studying because the most important thing at that point was my mental health. I asked myself, what is it you want if I'm going to be dead in the next 2 years? And I answered, I want a break for the session 2020 and 21. And thus I wasted my 2 attempts with no study 2020 and 2021 or invested. In that year, I never thought what I would be doing later in my life. Several months passed and I realized since I haven't touched book for almost a year and a half, I won't be able to sit for 6-7 hours and crack exam like NEET. I had no confidence in me. I planned to go to Russia with my cousin to pursue MBBS. I studied just 4 hours before NEET 2021, managed to score 192 marks, sufficient to go to Kota. Everything was ready and I had my passport in my hand. But one night, my sister and my father said something that changed my life completely. They said, you may not be able to crack NEET, but the only regret you and we will have is you not even tried once. That statement kind of ignited a spark in me. They said, you may have lost confidence in you, but we have seen you since your childhood. We know that you have had that potential in you to crack. So I decided I'll give one try, just one try. Nikla to nikla, nahi to private ya Russia. And with that slogan, I went to Kota. I left my smartphone at home to avoid distraction, of course, because phone was the most distracting thing I had, which consumed my 4 to 8 hours a day. I took my laptop in case of potential online classes due to COVID lockdown, and this year was the most dedicated year for my entire NEET journey. For a month, I gave everything I had. I studied for hours, gave mock tests, pushed myself harder than ever. But despite doing everything, my marks were stuck between 450 to 470. No matter how much I tried or whatever strategies I make, it felt like I couldn't break that ceiling. धीरे धीरे मेरा motivation drop होता गया. But the only thing which was constant was my marks. चाहे एक बार रिवाइज करो, चाहे 3 से 4 बार रिवाइज करके टेस्ट दो, I would get exactly between 450 to 470. Toward the end of my preparation for NEET 2022, my marks started to climb. I finally crossed 500 marks and managed to get 532 before NEET exam. But should I tell you the most amazing part? Even after getting 450, 470 or 500, I never thought once that I won't be able to crack this year. I had this belief that things would work out in the end. But they didn't, you know. On the night after my NEET 2022 exam, I couldn't sleep. I stayed awake until 5 AM praying. Finally checked my marks. I scored 535, which was very disappointing. Because to SAL cut off, I think 595 tha. I still remember my father was sitting right behind me and hoping that I would turn and smile, but when I shook my head, he was heartbroken, even more than me. This is how things go. You prepare, you give your best, but the result don't match as per your effort. We packed up and headed home. On the way, my father told me that I won't send you to Russia. That's too far. I'll get you admitted in a private college. And that's when I made one of the biggest decisions of my life. I said, no, I would prepare for one more year. मैंने सोचा, if I have scored 535 marks in my first attempt, then I can easily improve 100 marks and can get admitted in a government medical college next year. So I thought, why not give it a try? But my father told that you have no pressure from my side. You can go to Russia, you can take a private medical college, or you can take a drop. Because I just wanted you to prepare for one full dedicated year, and I have seen you that you have give your all effort, and thus there is no pressure from my side. My journey for NEET 2023 started strong. I scored 580 marks in my first mock test, जिससे मेरा बहुत ज़्यादा confidence बढ़ गया. And I scored 590 approx marks in 2-3 mock tests. But suddenly that confidence turned into overconfident. I did some mistakes, but due to that, my marks didn't fall, but that was constant between 540 to 590. But I somehow convinced myself, since the coaching exam are harder, I would do better in the real exam. एग्जाम से 2 महीने पहले मेरे 600 के ऊपर मार्क्स आने स्टार्ट हो गए थे. आई यूज्ड टू गेट बिटवीन 610 to 632 इन माई LN एग्जाम. एग्जाम के दिन आई फेल्ट वेरी प्रिपेयर्ड और पेपर भी आसान आ गया था. बट ड्यूरिंग द लास्ट आवर आई पैनिक्ड बिकॉज आई मिसरेड द क्लॉक, एंड ड्यू टू दैट I made long series of silly mistakes. And once I watched the clock again, I got to know that I had enough time. Even though I felt confident कि मेरा exam बहुत अच्छा गया है, लेकिन when I calculated, I got to know that I scored 601 marks. And got to know that the situation when I got panic, I did a lot of silly mistake then. उस साल कट ऑफ ऑल इंडिया कोटा में I think 609 गई थी और यूपी में I think 612 or something गई थी. Again, I missed the chance to get my medical seat. My rank was 28,287. I couldn't believe it. After 2 years of hard work, this is what I got. I started considering everything. क्या मुझे पहले ही रशिया चले जाना चाहिए था? क्या मुझे पहले ही प्राइवेट ले लेना चाहिए था? क्या मैंने अपने लाइफ का इतना सारा साल वेस्ट कर दिया? क्या मुझे ये नहीं करना चाहिए था? And a lot of questions were there. I spent weeks thinking I should take BDS from government college or MBBS from a private college, or I should take another drop. But this time the decision was not very easy. My father was determined, as I have given enough time for this preparation. He said, you should join college immediately with no more gaps. But I didn't want to burden him with a hefty fees of private medical college. And after lot of discussion, I thought, if I take a private medical college, then what reward would I get for these 2 years of hard work? I made another decision to take another drop. I took admission, booked train, but didn't board it. I just left the train because I didn't have that feeling that whether I'm doing correct or not. But somehow, with a lalach of I may get very good college next year after scoring 515 to 601, I can score 700, 710. I started preparing again. मैंने 2 बार बहुत ही ज़्यादा डिटेल में और बहुत ही ज़्यादा मेहनत से वो सेम बुक्स पढ़ी थी और दोबारा उन सेम बुक्स पे मुझे बैठा ही नहीं जा रहा था. और इनफैक्ट in 15 minutes I was able to complete 1 or 2 chapters. So I was not able to concentrate or sit for more than just 50 minutes. The passion which I had for NEET 2022 was gone. Mentally I was exhausted. The same thing kept repeating. My scoring mock tests were decent. It was between 640 to 660. And again, मैं कुछ भी कर लूँ 660 से ऊपर जा ही नहीं रहा था. Whatever the studies I make, I ended up getting maximum 660. As the exam approached, I managed to get 680 in my major test. I felt very hopeful कि चलो कम से कम after these many attempts, I will finally get very good medical college. But फिर से हर एग्जाम की तरह मैंने इस बार भी बहुत सारे सिली मिस्टेक्स कर दिए and I ended up scored 660 marks. मैंने ये marks hope नहीं किया था. I was literally very upset with the marks, but I thought चलो कम से कम I won't have to study again and again the same thing, and I came out of the loop of giving NEET exam. Even after cracking NEET exam, I couldn't find the happiness or satisfaction in me. I don't know why, but the happiness was not there. By the way, आपने एक ट्रेंड नोटिस किया? लोगों का 10-15 मार्क नीट के एग्जाम में बढ़ जाता है कंपेरिजन टू देयर मॉक टेस्ट, बट मेरा तीनों एग्जाम में 22, 23, 24 15-20 मार्क कम हुआ है, बढ़ा नहीं. एंड देन वी वेटेड फॉर द रिजल्ट एंड टू माय शॉक नीट स्कैम हो गया.
अचानक पहले ही साल ऐसा कैसा होता है कि इतने सारे सेंटर में टाइम लॉस हुआ, सबने पिटीशन फाइल की.
सारे स्टूडेंट के साथ जो अन्याय हुआ है, एनटीए इस पर अब तक चुप क्यों है?
आखिर कब तक छात्रों के भविष्य के साथ इसी तरीके से खेला जाएगा, इस वक्त का सबसे बड़ा सवाल ये है.
I started thinking सारे बुरी चीज़ें मेरे साथ ही होती हैं क्या. फर्स्ट पेपर बहुत ज़्यादा बेकार गया. I would have easily get 700 marks, 710 marks. सेकेंड नीट के सो कॉल्ड स्कैम और वॉट एवर इट इज़ की वजह से रैंक सिग्निफिकेंटली इतना ज़्यादा ड्रॉप हो गया. लास्ट ईयर 660 मार्क्स पे अप्रॉक्स 5800 रैंक थी और इस साल 19000 रैंक है. तो यू कैन इमेजिन. आई स्टार्टेड थिंकिंग कि मैं अपने आप पर गुस्सा करूं कि मेरा पेपर इतना ख़राब गया है, कि सिस्टम पे जिसकी वजह से इतना ज़्यादा रैंक फ्लक्चुएट कर गया. आई डिडंट हैव ए आंसर, बट टू बी ऑनेस्ट I was more upset with me because if I would have scored as per my potential, then this scam would not have been affected me a lot. I always aimed for a medical college, but after all this, I would end up getting a medical college in a tier 3 cities, far away from the quality of life I imagined. Thinking of previous years, I wish I would have made different decisions. I started giving NEET exam with the thought I would prepare for just one. अगर निकल गया तो ठीक, वरना I would move on. But this NEET trap kept pulling me deeper. Took my 3 years of life and 4 years in all together. I did crack the exam, but the journey took much more from me than what I expected. 3 years of hard work, frustration and doubts. I am happy that I made it, but all these years are still feel so heavy. I'm sure that there's a better way, a path that doesn't take quite much from you. Now, as I prepare to begin my journey in medical school, I look back at the years I spent preparing for NEET and wonder if it all was worth it. I went through a lot, physically, mentally, and more importantly, emotionally. I know that there are many people like me who feels like the system didn't give them what they deserve and who struggled with their own mistakes and setbacks. But if there's a one thing I learned from this experience is that the journey shapes you in a way that success can't. Yes, I didn't get the college in a city which I wanted. I made a lot of mistakes in the way, but I am proud of the resilience I showed. And now it's time to start the new chapter of my life. So that's my story. 5 attempts, countless ups and downs, and a lot of lesson learned. To anyone out there preparing for NEET or struggling with their own journey, I just want to say, don't give up on yourself. जरूरी नहीं है कि जो आप चाह रहे हो वो आपको मिल ही जाए. बस एक चीज़ की गारंटी ज़रूर है कि वो जर्नी आपको एक बेहतर इंसान ज़रूर बनाएगी. और अगर आप भी रिपीटर हो तो मैं आपको इस बारे में ज्ञान नहीं दूंगा कि आपको ड्रॉप्स लेने चाहिए या नहीं लेने चाहिए. बिकॉज आई नो कि इस लूप से बाहर निकलना बहुत ही ज़्यादा मुश्किल है। वो आपको खींचा चला जाता है कि 1 साल और 1 साल और 1 साल और। सो आई मे नॉट बी द प्रॉपर पर्सन टू से डोंट टेक ड्रॉप्स, बट आई बिलीव द सिस्टम शुड लिमिट द अटेम्प्ट so that the student don't spoil their half a decade of life just for preparing one exam, which doesn't give you job, rather it gets you admitted in a college. So to all the repeaters, मैं आपको बस इतना ही बोलना चाहूँगा, it's okay to question your choices, but सबसे ज़रूरी ये है कि आप अपने अंदर ये बिलीफ रखो, the things would work out and the things will get better. Your journey is your own and no one decides the pace or the path you choose. I know यहाँ पे बैठ करके लेक्चर देना बहुत ही आसान है, लेकिन जब सच में डिसीजन लेना होता है और आपको नहीं पता है कि आगे क्या करना है, इट इज़ अ वेरी डिस्टर्बिंग मोमेंट ऑफ समवंस लाइफ। मेरे पेरेंट्स की तरफ से मुझे कोई प्रेशर नहीं था, लेकिन आई नो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स जो सिर्फ और सिर्फ स्ट्रगल नहीं कर रहे हैं, अपना 100% दे रहे हैं, उसके साथ साथ उनके घर की तरफ से भी उन्हें 100% सपोर्ट नहीं है। मेरे पास एक बैकअप प्लान था, फिर भी मैं इस नीट के सर्कल से नहीं निकल पा रहा था। इमेजिन जिनके पास कोई बैकअप प्लान नहीं होगा, वो कैसे अपने आप को पीस ऑफ माइंड करके प्रिपेयर करते होंगे और नहीं निकलने के बाद उनका स्टेट ऑफ माइंड क्या होता होगा। इफ़ यू वांट टू नो कि मेरा पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू क्या है, जस्ट 2 थिंग्स। पहला, एक बैकअप प्लान ज़रूर होना चाहिए जो कि आपको सेकेंड ऑप्शन की तरह नहीं, पैरेलल ऑप्शन की तरह सोचना है। और दूसरा, वन शुड नॉट गिव मोर देन 3 अटेम्प्ट्स फॉर नीट and there should be a attempt limit so that student can get out of that circle of NEET. Again, thanks for watching and I hope that this helps anyone feeling lost or overwhelmed. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Let's move forward together.